Hello everyone and welcome back to another video today, where today I'm going to be planting some cornflower. Fairly easy task, great flowers. So I'm just going to show you how I do it, just how you would with any other seed. So yeah, this is just like a standard blue one. There's a variety, if you can, camera can focus on it. Blue dark Diam or something like that. So in the past I have grown these very well. They do grow about a metre tall sometimes if you can get them growing good. I don't really bother that much about different types of soil. It just make sure they've got some nutrients and that at the needs. So about 2 weeks ago I planted them and they're sprouting well. So I know because of when I planted them, red ones are doing well in the greenhouse, in the propagator. So it is a bit early, but I do like to do these about a week or two earlier than it recommends, because I seem to get the flowers a lot earlier anyway. So I would recommend sieving it how I'm doing now. Just move these seeds out of the way. So get some compost on there. This isn't my favouriteest compost. It's just like multi-purpose compost. It's what they call clover. I think you can only get it in the UK. I don't know, but you can use any sort of compost. Just don't get any horrible cheap stuff. You can get like the Wilko cheap stuff, but it's not as good because there's a lot more peat in it, more peat than you would need for seeds. You can just plant seeds in peat, but obviously in these cells they're going to be in there for quite a while, for about a couple of weeks or so, so they will need some extra stuff at their needs. So yeah, Wilko cheap stuff, it's good, it's okay, it's cheap, but it's like 50% peat, and your plants will need a bit more, about 75% compost, more compost, and then the rest peat, 25% peat or something like this. And I think that's what this is. So I just sieved it. I'm gonna rub it in. I'm gonna use the end of my trowel thing to press it in the modules. It fits almost perfectly, just to compress some of it. So I'm just gonna push that so I can see where I'm going. So these are only like some cheap seed cell things anyway, so yeah, I think you can get a pack of 3 for £1 from Wilko. Wilko is quite good for some of your supplies and that. So Johnson's stuff, anything compost wise, is good for any seeds really. Like I say, just don't get anything that's not any good. So yeah, if you're on a bit more of a tight budget like I am, just a multi-purpose compost is cheaper sometimes than seed compost. So you can look into that if you want. Depends what you really want. I'm just saying is don't get anything that's not very good. So there we go, that's all good. So I'm going to water this in now. So yeah, so now it's watered in, we can plant the seeds. So the reason we water first is obviously so you don't wash the seeds off. And like I say, every time we do some seeds, don't sit like the shower setting on the hose over it. Run it across, so then it don't wash it up. And if you're having trouble soaking the water down, some compost dries out and you can't get really the water down. Like I have problems with this bag here, because it's obviously a bit dry. Just poke down every time you water over and let it soak. poke with your pencil so it goes down and it soaks out then. So now it's time to plant the seeds. So just go to do it about the depth of like the sharpening bit of the pencil, so probably a bit more. So just going across, like to put it in and twist the pencil around, because then it doesn't lift it up and make a mess if you just go like that, because sometimes it will lift it up like it did there. So put these holes in like so. So as you can see, when you do that it lifts it up, so I'm gonna have to go back and spin it around a bit, or you can go like that if you want, depends on what you want. I think like you're drilling it is the best thing. So there we go. So that's that done. So now let's open these seeds. There we go. So it says 75 centimeters there, but I have measured some of mine in the past and they can get up to a meter, surprisingly. I think that's because it was in good soil, but they will grow perfectly fine in bad soil, because I have grown them in bad soil before the soil got improved. So I dropped some there in the thing, so I'm just going to use that to do the first cell. So as you can see, that's the seeds. They look like little seeds with like a little hair, some hairs on them. So I'm going to do 2 per cell. Sometimes it might be 3 if I drop some in, an extra one in, that doesn't matter. Better 1 too many than 1 too less. Put 4 in there by accident, but oh well, doesn't matter, they'll all come up and I can thin them out. So I'm going to do a lot here because I'm going to sell quite a few. I dropped way too many in there and they're all sticking to my hands now, as you can probably see. So we have a bit of a problem here, so I might have to put these in, correct some of the others. I just messed up. There's too many in there, way too many. That'll just cause more problems than good. They didn't go all the way down, press them down. Just got to dry my finger on my jacket, because sometimes your finger gets just the slightest bit of moisture and it sticks the seeds to your hand. I'm trying to get 2 in each one. I might be dropping 3 or 4 in some by accident, so I do a lot of thinning out. I've got loads of seeds, so it doesn't matter that much. Dropped a couple in the potting bench there, so I'll just put them in there. Just need some more seeds. Just got the last row to go. So I've got quite a few seeds left. I might be able to do half another tray. Might do that with might do a mix. Add that into my mix. So I've got like red ones and white and blue seeds, like a mix, and I can just add more blue into it. I've got loads to sell, you see. I've got to sell quite a few. So some of these seeds I'll just put back into the packet like that. I'll drop one there, that don't matter. So good to put that back in there. I'm going to put this back in the opened compartment of this bench thing. So now I'm going to get a pencil that isn't dirty. I'm going to get a label, and I'm not going to write down the exact thing, the exact variety of these. You can if you want. I'm not going to, because people won't really care about that when they buy them. The sort of people that will be buying mine. So I'm obviously going to put them up individually. I'm going to keep loads for myself, but I'm just going to put cornflower, and then blue. And then on the other side I'm going to write the date. I believe today's the 18th /2/18. So there we go. That's that. I'm going to put that in. And now I'm just going to get some of this sieve compost that's from around the sides. Just going to put that over. But if you see any on the side like that, it's best just to go over first and press them down in the holes a bit. Like that. Keep going round, doing that. So, as you can see, I didn't fill the things all the way up to the top when I put the compost in. Just like left like 5mm, if that, to cover the seeds. So make sure this stuff is sieve. Some of it is. I'm not going to really, you can sieve over it, but I'm just going to do this for now. Sieving over it will get you a more even seed spread, but I'm not really bothered. More compost spread, sorry. I'm just going to do it like this for now. And that. So there we go. Don't just like brush it off like that, because you will move the seeds around underneath. So I'm just going to go around. The best thing to do is, as you can see, like let's say there's loads of compost around here, is push it in like that. So push it into the thing instead of brushing it off, because then you're not likely to move the seeds around too much. And they won't be coming up right on the edge of your thing, and that will be a bit annoying sometimes if you're doing quite a few. So I'm just going to put these pencils back where there was, get that soil off there. So I'm just going to water them over and do that, but I'm going to show you what they look like when they're seedlings. So that's what they look like after about 2 weeks. These are the red ones I was on about. So I just do that to them every 2 days, try not to damage them, just to make them more sturdy. So that's the seedling leaves. I'm going to water these ones we've done today just very lightly. Water these again very lightly. They're under like they're in a propagator set. As you can see here, there's none come up, but that is because I didn't press the seeds down right into the hole properly. So they are on the surface, they're just sprouting. You probably can't see them on camera, so I'm just going to water that in. One's on the corner there, that's probably just where I've been a bit, didn't see the seed there. So that has already not done well on the side. It's like already rotted off, as you can see there, it's already rotted off a bit of root. And that's probably because it's in at the side, and it's obviously not done very well because of probably the cold shock. One night probably frosted around the bottom, but anyway, they're all doing well. As you can see, roots are coming out the bottom already, tap roots, the main root, and they are quite deep cells, so they are doing well. So just going to water them over and that. So I am just going to, for the ones we've done today, I'm just going to put one of these, show you, one of these lids things on. So yeah, I'll do that. So yeah, I guess that's about it for today's video. So thank you very much for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye bye, everybody.